a message in the TikTok DMs from Rode.
Digital switching for the high-pass filter, making sure your audio sounds crispier than a morning in the winter. A good example from this Artlist, the way Artlist came about, I literally... First solo episode. In the new flat. How are you liking the new flat?
I love it. How about you?
I'm obsessed. This is weird, isn't it?
It's very weird.
Where's our guest? I don't know. We're at home.
Only a podcast.
I know.
With each other.
Yes, no, this is exciting. This is kind of like what we were really looking forward to.
This was one of the first things, I think, when we were looking at where to live and where we wanted to live, we wanted a podcast space. Now, this is very much a makeshift situation right now.
Such a shit show.
But it will look a lot different, but this is the first one and you've got to start somewhere.
We're excited for the progress. Okay, so I guess the main thing with these podcasts...
We're going to use these as like recaps, little touch-ins with the audience and just give an update on where we're at. And if things have happened to us in the month gone, and we think it's useful and of value, we'll bring them up in this.
We want to start with Rode. So Gareth had an opportunity to work with Rode. It started around a year ago.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did you start working with Rode?
So the Rode thing started where I posted a video on TikTok and, well, I was just posting videos and I posted that particular one where it was about, if you're going to make something, don't think, just make it. And I tagged them in the video. Because like we have done for ages. And because we had the original wireless Goes 1 that we bought off our friend Andy, shout out Andy. And the video had like 1,000 views. So it was hardly viral. And got a message in the TikTok DMs from Rode and they were saying, this is great. We love the fact you made a video loop. We want some of these loops. As some of you guys know, Teja, I love a loop video. So reached out and said, we'll send you whatever you want, basically.
Yeah.
Sent us the whole back catalogue, pretty much, of microphones.
I think also the reason they sent us more is because they're shipping from Australia, so they kind of like fill the package.
Always fill up the box.
Very nice.
And then basically gave creative freedom on a video on 3 products.
Just to say, like, the first 3 videos weren't paid. We got a lot of things that we wanted and needed at the time.
£1,000 worth of equipment.
Yeah, and I think the first thing, this shows that it's okay if you do certain things for free. And for us, it meant that we knew that if we're gonna do a good job making your videos, that it's gonna lead to paid work, which was kind of what was, of course, initially said. Like if that performs good, but
he did say if they perform well, we'll do contracted work.
What you did for those 3 videos was you rapped about their products, and I don't think anyone has ever rapped about their products, and I thought that was so unique.
I think we just sent them. I sent the videos, and he was like, "Cool, let's talk about the next project," which was a paid one. So didn't even put them online, which they did. We collabed on all of the videos. They all did well.
What would you say gave you the confidence to rap for such a big company? Well, do you think because it wasn't paid?
A bit less pressure. And he said I had full creative freedom. So I just thought, well, let me just write some quick bars about each one and then...
Let me tell you about the video mic NTG.
Yeah, visual gain control.
And internal battery, digital switching for the high-pass filter, making sure your audio sounds crispier than a morning in the winter. Like, we still rap about these things. Like, we're walking on the street and we still drop them bars.
Yeah, I'm proud of those bars. But then, then doing that then forwards the relationship. Like, and I think it's quite a unique relationship in the way that I'm dealing with the one person at all times. Shout out Sam, the social media guy. And, you know, it's a really good connection we have. And we're now on the 3rd paid project now. So
what would you say, I guess, is then the main thing when it comes to working with brands? Like
getting them to trust what you want to do is really good. And finding it, because we were speaking about this yesterday. We just want to make videos that we want to make and put out on our own platforms. It
gets to a point where you make videos and you get reached out to and you get brand deals. And a lot of the times it happens that the brands, it's two options. It's either a brand loves what you do and they're like, we want a video in your style, which is what Rode has been doing, and also the work I've done with Artlist, which is great. But then it's the other brands where they're kind of like, hey, we'll pay you, but we want you to make a video like this. And then you're like, my audience will know this is so fake and I'm only doing it for the money. And I think we all need to pay our bills, but it gets to a point where ultimately we now want to work with brands that
trust our vision
and like the way we do things in our style, because it's okay. I mean, if you do every now and then, I guess a brand deal, if you know, need to pay your rent, like no one will judge you. It's fine.
I mean, even the latest project we just finished with Rode, that was, they kind of gave us the lead on it, but they wanted cinematic videos, but it was also, and so it wasn't really in our style, let's say, but it was, we get to pick the location, we got to pick the narrative, but it was cinematic.
No, I think the only difference with these videos is that they didn't want any voiceovers or talking. I'm just used to talking on videos, and I was so happy with the way they turned out. It's like almost relieved that like we didn't need to script them, that we were just able to travel somewhere nice and do them. I think the second thing when it comes to working with brands is you're more likely to work with a brand that you're already using. I think a good example for me is Artlist. The way Artlist came about, I use Artlist for all my projects. I posted a video. I tagged them. The video was about my editing process, and because Artlist is a big part of my editing process, I just screen recorded their website. They reached out, they reposted the video on all the socials. Funny enough, I sent them an Instagram DM saying, hey, thank you so much for reposting on the video on my socials. Like, I love using the platform. I have a few ideas that I want to share with your team. To anyone who's reading this, who's the best person for me to contact? And I got back an automated message, and I was like, and I didn't respond because it was like, and then a week after, the person that my contact at Artlist now messaged me, and he was like, hey, I just saw your message. We would love to work with you. Let's jump on a call. I was so nervous.
I remember.
And now
I knew they were super happy. You could tell that they were on that
and
call.
At the end, I really put a lot of time and effort. Me, you, Keenan, and Oscar did think an incredible video. Has almost now 10 million views. And now, just a quick tease, we're working on 2 more projects right now. And I hope way more in 2024. I think
pays off. Just a tag. Literally, a tag has got two big clients of ours.
Okay, now
going back to the Rode, and even with Artlist, we could say is like picking the good location is really key for the videos. I went back and forth with Rode about, they wanted cinematic, nice environment, and we picked Slovenia because they know that we go there a lot. And
we were already in Slovenia. We're like, we might as well just make a video. So big shout out to Christian and his girlfriend Lara, who
gave us the car. Incredible car, and took us to an insane location. So that was that side, and I wanted a bit of a flip from like, mountainous forest to a different side altogether. And so we went to Mallorca, kind of on a whim really. We weren't too sure that we were going to get what we got. We went up the Tramontana mountain range, and absolutely insane views, and went to Soler, really nice. So
okay, one thing that probably people want to know, when it comes to projects like this and us paying each other, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think if we work together, we should compensate each other.
The way we've been working so far is like, if a project is well paid, we would pay each other.
I think it has to be well paid.
Because ultimately, like, the money we pay each other is the money we'll probably spend together, whereas on travel, on a project, whatever. Exactly. So I think the way we work is like, if the project is well paid and if the expenses are not to the point where you're not going to be in profit, like pay for the expenses. And if the project is paid enough, like if we're able to pay each other and we don't feel bad about someone taking like more money, then that's fine too.
Yeah, because I think the expenses are key. And
of course, if we travel, the expenses are going to be way higher. Yeah, location scouting. I mean, funny enough, with Rode, when we went to Mallorca, as anyone, and even me, they were like, oh, but Mallorca is a party place. Like, you think of Magaluf, right? Yeah. Well, no, it's way more than a party place. It has insane scenery.
Incredible scenery. Like, I think we're just blown away. Like, didn't expect it to be as good as it was. I mean, it shows in the results. And then, so the first project was filmed in Slovenia, second project in Mallorca. And then the third project was here in London, which was kind of fun because we've been avoiding filming in London, and we always want to spend some of the budget and go travel. But we were like, you know what? London is actually cool. Like, why don't we? Yeah, I mean, he wanted like city vibe, urban backdrop. So We thought, yeah, why not just do it here?
Yeah.
I think it looks insane. So, and shout out to TFL for letting us at Mile End to get 15 minutes without any warning. So that was cool. And then, yeah, pretty much straight after that, we jumped into a huge weekend of events for UK shooters with the legends at ViewSonic and Color Pro. You can take the lead on this as you were there for all 3 days. I was only there for 2, but explain what it was, what it do.
Just for anyone who doesn't know what UK Shooters is, we're basically a community, creative hub, as Keenan would say. And it's, there's how many of us now in the team? Like 10, 11, 9, I don't even know anymore, but there's lots of us in the team, and we host photo and video creative events around the UK. They normally get bigger and bigger, and we're getting like different sponsors. It's awesome to be able to
be a part of something like this. Is like,
it's big.
It's, you know, if you see from the outside looking in, people are like genuinely like very impressed.
Yeah.
And I think from when it started in 2016 to now, 7 years, the growth is crazy. And the people we work with, the people that come to the events, you know, selling 250 tickets for a paid event is not difficult now.
Yeah.
And never really has been. And I just think it's
crazy. Yeah, and it started in 2016. Mike and both visuals. He started UK Shooters basically, and now there's of course other branches like base shooters.
All over the world, base shooters, NY shooters, Tri shooters, LA shooters,
Portrait shooters,
SoCal shooters now.
Yes, a few days ago we've done 3 events with Color Pro and ViewSonic, and on the second day, which I want to talk about, me, you, and Keenan did a video short form workshop. We had 12 people, all actually shooting Sony, which was really, 10 of them shooting Sony, which was cool because it was easier to set up all like the camera settings.
Yeah.
And the way we did the workshop was we started with like basic camera settings. Everyone set up their cameras. Then we went to shoot a video. We actually created a viral trend that our friend Paolo did. And then we started editing. And we also wanted to do a Q&A, but unfortunately we didn't have enough time. Yeah. How did you find doing a video, a long short form workshop?
It was challenging, but in a good way. I think the 3 of us do different things in video, but we all kind of like, it's all like the same thinking, I think. And it was more about people being confident. That was always what I wanted to get out of it, and sort of instill some confidence in people.
Just so they have a better idea of how to set up their camera, and how to see certain compositions.
And even just being in that environment, like, you know, people, let's say when we were editing, you know, people being afraid to ask questions. It's kind of like when you're at school and you don't know what the answer is and you don't want to like put your hand up.
Yeah.
And I just think it was like getting people that confidence behind the computer as well in the editing situation, as well as when we were out in Brick Lane, which we went out and shot some stuff. And it's a shame we didn't have the Q&A, but I think that people took away a lot from it. And I got a few messages, I'm sure you did. Same. People were really grateful. Yeah,
and we also provided people with our assets, like Keenan was kind enough to give his LUT away, which you can get on his website.
Yeah.
We've done lots of like film burns, like some of the best sound effects. So yeah, it was amazing. I mean, I definitely would love to do, I guess, more workshops in the future.
I think it was a challenge as well because it's short form video. You could spend a day doing that. Yeah. And we had 3 hours. 3
hours, yes.
So it's, you know, you could do a 2-day workshop on doing a short form video. So to cram in what we did, you know, I think we did really well. Yes. At the end of the day, everyone exported video.
Then on the last day, which actually you weren't here because you were in Poland.
Yeah.
Doing what?
I was with the legend Culture Shock, the festival in Poland. So just shooting for him.
Yeah, which you do a lot. And we're going to dive maybe
in a later
solo episodes. Yeah. Gareth does a lot of music stuff.
Yeah.
Travels the world, and you have an exciting week coming up, traveling to like 5 different countries.
5, yes.
We're gonna do a fully separate episode for anyone that wants to get into music photography and videography, because you also tour manage, and I think you do a lot of things that probably people don't really know about, and I think you have a lot of value to share.
Yeah.
But on the last day, the ViewSonic workshop, we had a coffee and chill event, which was free.
How many people turned up?
like 350. Insane.
Mad.
Yeah, I tried it around like 350 or maybe a little bit more or less. I don't know, people turned up, which is crazy. It was good to see many old faces and also new faces.
It's good because people that miss out on tickets to other events can come to this
able to
one,
come
and there are always people, faces you know, or you see in the comments or in the DMs, and it's a really great way to connect.
We had Alex said as a speaker. We had
big
Julia
up
Gardner.
Alex, big up Jules.
I interviewed Julia.
She said this morning, she said, me and Teja killed it.
Oh, that's so
she said to me, so
yeah, I mean, I did an interview with Julia, and it was about her film and about how to start working with brands and a little bit about her travels. And then we did also Q&As. Quite a lot of people had questions, which was cool. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous because, you know, I did a Q&A in front of like, there was like 50, 60, 70 people. I'm not sure because people are kind of coming in and out of the room.
Mike said that he was, he thought more people would be facing the other way or speaking to their friends. But he said people weren't engaged, which is really good to hear.
It's crazy that like people want to like, come up to you and talk to you.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
To inspire people or help people.
Yeah. And just build a community.
Yeah.
And like, I know when I moved to London, it's like I didn't know anyone and you were funny enough the first person I met. But it was like, you need like-minded people around you. And if you come to our events,
you're in the creative space.
There was 350 like-minded people around you of all different levels. Some people are beginners, some people have a camera, some don't. Some people are
brand ambassadors.
Exactly. Very, very happy with where UK Shooters is. And I'm excited to see like where we're gonna take it in 2024.
Yeah, some big stuff planned. So
just give me a quick teaser of what's one thing you're most looking forward to before the end of the year.
Sitting in the flat. Because I feel we moved here a month ago.
And we've been gone
and I feel like I've not spent more than 10 nights here.
Yeah. So. And last update, I just want to say, I got a new MacBook. It's the M3 Max, 16-inch, 64 gigabytes of memory and 2 terabytes of storage. In space black. It's literally the most insane thing ever. I've been editing on a PC for the past 3 years, which my sister helped me build it when I moved to London. And I've been actually editing on a ViewSonic 32-inch monitor, which spoils you. Having such big monitors.
We both have them and they're incredible.
But it got to a point where even though we want to be in the flat, we also want to travel. And
it was me having a laptop that can handle it and you not, and it was just like.
So yes, very happy with this.
And also the iPhone 15 Pro, guys, the stabilization on this is
insane,
out of this world. So
So yes, that's
two
the
very
updates.
Useful purchases we've made.
Yes. But if you enjoyed this episode, feel free to tap in for more in the future. Follow us, trust your choices everywhere.
Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.